In Miami, a man received $20 million in compensation from a property buyout. Instead of buying a mansion or stockpiling luxury cars, he checked himself straight into a 5-star hotel. He spends about $600 a day, roughly $15,000 a month, which is basically nothing to him. The hotel offers more than 40 breakfast options, and utilities, housekeeping and parking are all included. He can take as many long hot showers as he wants, fresh sheets every day, room cleaned daily, and the best part is this, he makes over $50,000 a month just from investment income. His luxury lifestyle is completely covered by passive cash flow. He hasn't touched the principal. He's literally living high-end on autopilot. Not long after that, he applied for a job at a real estate brokerage. He told the manager, "I don't care about the salary. I just want to learn how to sell houses and get some experience." The manager was thrilled and hired him on the lowest base pay plan. His coworkers whispered behind his back, "Is this guy crazy?" A month later, he bought the best unit in the building, best location, best layout, highest price point. He pocketed $150,000 in commission and immediately quit. Everyone was speechless. A few months later, property values in the building skyrocketed. He flipped the unit and made another $200,000 in profit. Next stop, a Porsche dealership. One day, a wealthy woman walked into the showroom. She glanced around and pointed at the flashiest Porsche. "How much?" "$260,000, he replied without hesitation. She said she'd take it, but right before paying, she looked up and asked, "Am I being impulsive?" This was the moment of truth. If he said no, she might think he was just trying to close the deal. If he said yes, she might walk away. Here's what he said. "Ma'am, when you drive this Porsche down the road, people are going to go crazy for it. Everyone will want it, but only you can actually afford to act on that impulse. Everyone else can only admire it from a distance." She lit up and paid on the spot. After closing the deal, he went home and asked his billionaire father, "Should I take my coworkers out to dinner? If I don't, they'll probably get jealous and talk behind my back." His father replied firmly, "Absolutely not. Go thank the woman who bought the car. Taking coworkers out is pointless. Once you leave, they'll forget you. But building relationships with powerful people, that opens doors you can't even imagine." So he did exactly that and personally thanked the woman. Less than a month later, she came back to the dealership and upgraded to an even more expensive Porsche. He made another $10,000 in commission. He asked his father again, "Should I at least take her out to dinner?" This time his father shook his head. "Give her $5,000 in cash." He was stunned. "Dad, that's way too much." But he did it anyway. A few days later, the wealthy woman showed up again, this time with 2 friends. All 3 bought Porsches. He made another $16,000 in commission. That's when it finally clicked. From then on, every time she brought a friend in to buy a car, he split half his commission with her and added thoughtful gifts. In less than a year, he earned over $250,000. Because of his outstanding performance, the company even rewarded him with a brand new Porsche. Later, his brother-in-law wanted to buy his old Mercedes for $80,000, but his father said, "List it for $120,000. The brother-in-law immediately refused. "That's way too expensive. Rich people are so stingy, even with family." He didn't understand it either. But his father insisted, "Sell it to someone else for $120,000 first, then give your brother-in-law $20,000 and tell him this. Add that to your $80,000 and now you've got $100,000 for a brand new car." Confused, he asked, "Why go through all that?" His father gave him the most valuable lesson of his life. If you sell it to him for $80,000, he won't feel grateful. He'll think you're still making money off him because he's family. But once he sees you can easily sell it for $120,000, he'll understand its true market value. Then when you gift him $20,000, you still walk away with the $100,000 you originally wanted, and he'll feel deeply grateful for that $20,000. Stupid people in debt keep robbing Peter to pay Paul. Smart people in debt focus on just 3 things. If you're buried in debt right now, if you feel like you can't climb out, if you have no money, no resources, no clue how to make money, if you're drifting through your days not knowing what industry to choose, not knowing how you're ever going to pay people back, feeling lost, helpless, and crushed by pressure every single day, and if part of you has even started thinking about just ending it all, then let me ask you this. How do you make 10 million in 1 year, wipe out all your debt, and become wealthy? I'm going to tell you one trick. You don't need to live like a monk. You don't need to become some investing genius. Whether you live paycheck to paycheck or you're drowning in credit card debt, you still have a shot at making 7 figures by the end of the year. Why is it that when a poor person owes a few $100,000, they feel like their life is over, but when a rich person owes tens of millions, they don't even treat it like a real problem? What a poor person lacks most isn't money. It's this truth that rich people will never tell you. Put money in a bone in front of a dog, and the dog will choose the bone, because it has no idea that money can buy far more bones. That idea is unbelievably powerful. I seriously recommend that you stay up late if you have to, but finish this book, Make More Money. This book matters because it's the kind of book that could help you pay off all your debt. You should read it. This book lays out hundreds of ways to make money and helps you understand the underlying logic behind it. You'll realize that making money can feel as natural as breathing. By the time you finish this book, you'll have learned at least hundreds of ways to make money. It'll honestly send a chill down your spine because you'll realize there are so many ways to make money that ordinary people would never think of in a lifetime. You'll realize you've already missed countless chances to get rich. If you want to seize an opportunity and change your life, then this is one book you cannot afford to leave out of your comeback story. This is one of the most effective books on making money and building wealth that I've ever seen. When you finish this book, one huge realization will hit you. Making money and getting rich really does have methods behind it that can be learned and repeated. It can raise your financial awareness, open your eyes, and grow your wallet. If you follow the steps in this book, you really might end up making a lot of money far more easily than you thought. So whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, if you want to make money, you need to get this book and seriously study the methods inside it. I genuinely hope it helps you become wealthy.